Hello everyone, welcome back to another video here on Cluiche with me, Seamus, Brady, our host. And in this video, I'm going to run through my personal reaction and personal reflection on the All-Ireland Hurling Final of 2023. I was lucky enough to be there in the stadium to watch, in my opinion, the greatest team of all time complete their own 4 in a row. They did it by beating Kilkenny with an awesome performance, particularly in the second half, beating them in the end by 30 points to 215 in the All-Ireland Hurling Final of 2023. They outscored Kilkenny by 21 points to 1-6 in the second half. And after Paddy Deegan's goal, they outscored Kilkenny from there by 19 points to 5. They are truly the best. It's just simply put, they are just the best team in Ireland. And once again, they proved it this year, time and time again. I've said it on previous podcasts. I've said it on previous episodes. There is not a single challenge that this Limerick team has not beaten. You think of all the tight, tough situations that they've been in. You think about when Clare beat them this year in the Munster Championship, when Tipperary had them on the ropes and they still grinded out a draw in that game. Then went on to beat Cork, who, by the way, Cork had something like an 80% shot accuracy, still wasn't good enough to beat Limerick. Cork scored something like 130 and lost to Limerick. That's how good Limerick are. Kilkenny last year in the All-Ireland Hurling Final scored 226, still didn't beat Limerick. You think about how good teams like Waterford, Tip, Clare, Cork, Kilkenny, Galway have been, and Limerick have conquered all of them. They are the best team that I've ever seen because of how hard the championship structure is to win in All-Ireland now. And Limerick seem to do it easily, even though it is not easy at all. They are absolutely fantastic. I'm just going to run through the events of the game. So first of all, being there in the stadium, the atmosphere was just great. It was just All-Ireland Hurling Final brings an atmosphere like no other. And just the rain didn't even seem to dampen the mood. The Croke Park had a band there on the Cusack stand side. It was a great atmosphere. I was there from early, and just, yeah, the ponchos seemed to make it a real epic feeling to it. And in the first half, it was very clear that the wind was actually going to play a bigger part than people realised. And you look throughout the scores of the game, Owen Murphy hitting over that monstrous free in the first half, Diarmaid Byrnes landing a huge score in the second half. It was pretty clear that, look, the wind was playing a pretty big part in the game itself. It was just an awesome game, and I'm just going to run through it bit by bit now in my full match breakdown. So first of all, at the start of the game, we got news that David Blanchfield was not going to be playing for Kilkenny. Now, that is a big loss. You cannot deny that. That's a big loss. He has been really, really good this season. But when you look at who Limerick are missing, Declan Hannon, Sean Finn, it's probably fair enough that they lost Blanchfield as opposed to Limerick having both Declan Hannon and Sean Finn in the team. On top of that, in came Walter Walsh, and I was thinking that he was going to be one of their big ace cards on the bench. They elected to start him, which I thought was an interesting choice. It does change it. He, in my opinion, is more effective when he comes on in the 45th minute, around that, and he's just able to give it his absolute all for about 25 minutes. He's really, really dangerous in that period. And that's what he did in the 2019 semi-final. So I was surprised that he started. That being said, he has been in brilliant form. So I do see why Ling went for it. Anyway, Paddy Deegan opened the scoring from a huge distance. A great start to his confidence, given that Gerard Hegarty had ran through him in last year's All-Ireland Hurling Final. Then Cian Lynch responded for Limerick. Then Limerick went ahead 2-1, but in the 9th minute, Owen Cody found a pocket of space from a breaking ball and buried it into the back of the Limerick net with a fantastic finish off his left-hand side. He was fantastic. He was absolutely electric. He showed exactly the type of confidence that he has had this season. He has just taken his game to another level this year. He's always been a player that has had huge potential. He's always been a player that was, really fantastic to watch as well. So skillful, so powerful. This year, he's brought his game to a whole nother level, and he's become one of the best forwards in the country. No doubt about it. And that goal in the 9th minute showed the confidence that he has in his own abilities. Tom Phelan added a point for the Cats, and they were looking very, very strong at this stage. Richie Reid was also outstanding in this first half. Potentially the man of the match in the first half was Richie Reid. He was sweeping across the defence, picking up every single loose ball. And in the 26th minute, he intercepted a Nicky Quaid puck out and put it back over the bar himself, showing the hunger that Kilkenny had. And that was the trait of the first half. Kilkenny's intensity, their hunger, their work rate was Brian Cody-esque. That has not left them. That's ingrained into them. You are a Kilkenny player. You bring that intensity, and they brought it for the first half. In the 19th minute, Kyle Hayes hit a lovely pass to Aaron Gallant to score a great point. That was before the Richie Reid shot. Kilkenny went 6 ahead at one point, 1-8 to 5 points. But from here, Limerick crucially hit 3 points in a row against the big wind, as I was saying. Cian Lynch was crucial at this point. His move to centre forward was vital. He was able to get on more ball. He was able to start attacking rather than focusing on working back. So Lynch at this point struck over a couple of key scores, and Limerick went in at halftime 1-9 to 9 points behind Kilkenny, with Tom Morrissey hitting the last score of the half. Now, for Kilkenny, you have to go in further ahead than that. And they made a big point talking about this on the Sunday game. That for all Kilkenny's work rate, for all their determination, for all their intensity, they were only 3 points ahead. And that was a massive, massive deflator, I'd say, for them going in at halftime. You need to be at least 7 points ahead of this Limerick team when they hit their purple patch. And you think about the Owen Cody goal chance where he fired it across the goal. That was from such a tight angle. They needed that to go in, because then they would have gone in at halftime, 6 points clear, would have been more confident in their own abilities. However, they did get the perfect start to the second half. And this is where I'm a bit confused. It was in the 41st minute. Tom Phelan hand passes it across to Paddy Deegan. And on his left side, somehow he found himself in the full forward line. But what a finish this was. And Deegan rifled it into the corner of the net. Now, for the first time that I've ever seen anyway, the shot from Deegan went straight through the side netting in the goal. But the umpire spotted that it had gone through the net and raised the green flag. Great spot by the umpire. Fantastic finish by Paddy Deegan. Now, this is the point where you would have thought maybe Kilkenny would have got the energy boost, but it wasn't. It was Limerick who got the energy boost, and they took over the game from here to the end. They outscored Kilkenny by 19 points to 5 from the Paddy Deegan goal until the end of the game. 19-5, as I said. Peter Casey got the first score. Gearóid Hegarty with another one. They were pulling Kilkenny in score by score. Then in the 47th minute, a crazy minute happened. Kilkenny had 2 flash goal chances. Tom Phelan nearly got a pickup, which would have put him through for goal. He didn't get it. Then Limerick were turned over by John Donnelly. Barry Nash was the guy who actually got turned over. TJ Reid passed it back inside for Martin Mossy Keoghan, but he slipped, and Dan Morrissey was able to clear it. Then it got out to Gearóid Hegarty. He sprayed it down as far as Seamus Flanagan, who threw it back to Aaron Gallant, who slotted it over the bar to level the game. Then in the 51st minute, Darragh O'Donovan put Limerick in front, and then they kicked on from here. Dermot Burns hit one of the best points I have ever seen in the 53rd minute from a ridiculous distance to put Limerick 3 points clear, 20 points to 2-11. They were really hitting their groove now. Kilkenny responded with 2 needed scores in a row. John Donnelly hit the second one in the 58th minute. Gearóid Hegarty landed a score after Kilkenny should have got a 65. So that was a 2-point swing. However, in the grand context of things, you cannot complain about that. And to be fair, nobody really has. Then Limerick continued to push on from here. Peter Casey stole the show from here. He really turned it on for the last 20 minutes, hitting 4 points, looking absolutely magnificent. His best, in my opinion, was in the 63rd minute to make it 26 points to Limerick, 2-14 for Kilkenny. Cathal O'Neill hit a beauty as well in the 64th to make it 27 points to 2-14. And as the clock ticked down, Limerick hit over their last score to get to the magic 30, the second time that they've got to the 30 points in a row in All-Ireland finals. Just an absolutely ridiculously good team. And the handshake between John Kiley and Paul Kinnerk at the end showed their satisfaction. They knew they'd done it. They knew that they have become one of the greatest teams to have ever played the game. They hit 25 points from turnovers alone. They had a 75% shot accuracy. Their stats from Gaelic Statsman, sorry, do check his Insta out as well. It's ridiculous the amount of stats that he has up. He is well worth a follow. And yeah, they were just awesome. That's just the truth. Being in the stadium, watching those guys do their thing, They're just awesome. They are awesome. We have witnessed greatness for the last 4 or 5 years since this Limerick team burst onto the scene. And it's going to be quite hard to stop them doing 5. To be completely honest, it's going to be hard to stop them doing 5 in a row because they don't look like slowing down. Now, the thing that really was crucial in stopping Kilkenny was they had a dance partner in Tipperary who could stop them. But Henry Shefflin also got injured. So for Limerick, what can stop them? Injuries haven't stopped them. They've been missing Cian Lynch. They've been missing Declan Hannon. They've been missing Sean Finn. And they've still got the victory all the time. This is my point. They are champions. What do you think of when you think of champions? You think of a team that takes on all comers. That whatever challenge, they're there for it. Limerick are that team. No matter what challenge, no matter who's in front of them, no matter who's their opponent, Limerick always find a way to win. And that's why they are the best team in Ireland. And if you have just joined us late here on the channel, I'm going to do what is customary here on this channel. I'm going to give a 60-second recap of everything that I've just been talking about, of everything that happened on the day, because the atmosphere is the main thing that I have to tell you about. It's just a fantastic atmosphere, like Croke Park on All-Ireland final day. When you walk down, when you get down into the Drumcondra area, when you get down to the Joneses Road, and when you can have a walk around, you look around and you think this is the most awesome thing, that for an amateur sport to have this much attention for our final day, to have this much people turning out, it is really awesome. And yeah, I know I've used that word quite a lot, but that just sums it all up. And here we go with the 60-second recap, guys, if you have joined us late. So, Croke Park, All-Ireland Hurling Final Day 2023. Limerick have joined the pantheon of greats, completing the 4 in a row by beating Kilkenny by 30 points to 2-15 in the All-Ireland Hurling Final of 2023. They outscored Kilkenny in the second half by 21 points to 1-6. They had a 75% shot accuracy, pure efficiency. Cian Lynch, Peter Casey, Dermot Burns, all unbelievable. They averaged a point about every 120 seconds in the second half. In the first half, Kilkenny brought that intensity that they're known for. And Owen Cody's goal in the 9th minute showed they were here for business. They led at halftime 1-9 to 9 points, but they needed it to be more. In the second half, Paddy Deegan hit an early goal through the side netting as well. But then Limerick took over and outscored Kilkenny 19 points to 5 from there to the end. Gillan levelled, Burns hit one of the best points I've ever seen, and Peter Casey stole the show at the end as they completed the 4 in a row. In my opinion, the greatest team of all time. Congratulations to them. If you're looking for the full review, guys, that is on YouTube at Cluiche. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me for this match review and recap. What an All-Ireland hurling final we got to see. And stick around and stay tuned for 1 o'clock, guys, because I will be going on then to do my official team of the year, which is one of my favorite things to do on the channel here, guys. So thank you so much for giving me your time in this video. I hope you enjoyed the All-Ireland hurling final. And until the next one, guys, take care.